Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Mii Weekly, this time for January 29th, 2021. I'm Hero TJ, coming at you from Taipei, Taiwan. Let's jump right in. You may have noticed GameStop mentioned quite a bit in the news as of late for breaking the stock market and continuing to do so in real time as we speak, and it actually has very little to do with GameStop. So without getting too into the weeds here, let me lay it out in extremely broad strokes. For months now, hedge funds have been short-selling GameStop stock, which basically means betting on GameStop to fail, and in the process, severely undervaluing the stock. A group of retail traders organized on Reddit and rallied together to heavily invest in GameStop stock, blowing the lid off, sticking it to the big money hedge funds, who are now forced to buy back the stock at grossly inflated prices, nearly bankrupting many of them, netting many individual investors a handsome take, forcing policy discussion as high as the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, and literally shutting down stock market trading several times and counting. Even Reddit went dark for a while. And it doesn't really look like this game of chicken is about to abate anytime soon. The push and pull between individual investors and big money is ongoing. GameStop now finds themselves the unexpected recipient of a huge influx of capital. How the cards fall on this one is still anybody's guess. But what does this mean for GameStop? Is this the lifeline they need to reinvent themselves? Can they somehow leverage this to find a way to be commercially relevant in an era where digital gaming is becoming more and more prevalent? You may recall not so very long ago, former Nintendo of America president Reggie Fils-Aimé, the Reginator himself, was appointed to the board of directors at GameStop. Is Reggie's body ready for this? Can the combination of his experiences at Nintendo and this recent financial windfall be enough to give GameStop that desperately needed one-up? Or is GameStop's strange turn of events a fortune doomed to fail? At this juncture, only time will tell. I know GameStop being at the center of this doesn't really have anything to do with GameStop, but personally I do kind of have a soft spot in my heart for the company. Hopefully somehow this works out for them. Good luck, GameStop. So most of you are probably fed up with the stock market by now. Let's move over to the stock market. And by that, I mean Animal Crossing. We get a new update, a free update as of 1/28/21. February 15th is Festival, and check out that Peacock's moves. I remember this back from the 3DS, and I always thought it was a really strange holiday. Pave, the dancing, prancing peacock, must dance. Ooh la 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 la, Festivale! Now you get to go around collecting what I assume are peacock feathers, and I'm sure that that's gonna expand what you're capable of constructing in your DIYs. I'm not overly thrilled about this myself, but you know what I am super pumped for? The next free update scheduled for March. Now we only get a little tease here, but I'm inclined to believe that that mushroom and superstar are an indication that this is probably gonna be that long-awaited Super Mario crossover. Animal Crossing for me has always been about that intersection between the other franchises. I loved collecting any of the Zelda items and clothes, of course all the Mario stuff, and it looks like that might not be that far off. So here's hoping it's something super awesome, at least as cool as some of the stuff we've seen in the past. Fingers crossed. And the final headline, it appears that Sonic voice actor Roger Craig Smith is out of a job. Or at least it appears he will no longer be voicing the blue blur. Roger Craig Smith took to Twitter with the following message. Welp, 10 years was an amazing run. Onward to new zones. Much love to the fans who've been so kind. Blue heart. It's been an honor. And of course he leaves a little cute hedgehog emoji there, but this big broken blue heart accompanying it might suggest that maybe this was not his decision. Now I'm only speculating here. I don't have anything to go on other than this tweet. Roger Craig Smith has been voicing Sonic for the past 10 years and has done all the games since 2010, including the English version of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and also the Sonic Boom TV series. You probably know that Ben Schwartz provided the voice of Sonic in the live-action film and is expected to return for the already announced sequel, but no word yet if that will carry over into the games. And there is a quick update to the story that emerged after I had already recorded the audio, but I would be remiss if I didn't address it. When asked for a comment, Sega provided the following statement on Roger Craig Smith's departure from voicing Sonic the Hedgehog to Nintendo Wire. Roger Craig Smith's portrayal of Sonic the Hedgehog is one that fans are sure to remember for generations to come. He brought the character to life in a truly authentic way, with Sonic's signature attitude and flair, and will always be thankful to Roger for his contribution to the franchise. No details on a potential recasting were provided. So maybe Roger Craig Smith just decided it was time to retire, or step down, or move on to other projects. But whatever the case, we wish him luck, and there's no doubt in my mind Sonic still has a bright future ahead of him. Now playing. I've really been bouncing between a few games and nothing really seemed to stick, but I finally found something to get its hooks into me. Part-time UFO grabbed me with its claw and isn't letting go. It's just such an easy little digestible game to pick up and play for a couple minutes and then put back down. The achievements are very rewarding. The difficulty really ramps up as you start getting closer to the end game. I have beaten the game. I didn't expect there to be a cool boss battle at the end, so there's that to look forward to. And even a pretty robust post game. So I've kind of moved into 100% mode. Maybe I won't do everything, but I've collected all the medals, I've unlocked a lot of the achievements, and I'm motivated enough to go back and see how much I can complete. There's a lot here for this little game, so if you haven't checked it out, I know I encouraged you to last time, but after sinking a little bit more time into it, I can give it a full-hearted endorsement. Welcome to Joys and Cons with me, Hero TJ, and Dark TJ. This edition will feature Super Mario Odyssey for Nintendo Switch. Mario made his Switch debut in his biggest 3D adventure yet, with a new ally in the form of Cappy, who can capture Mario series minions and allow our hero to assume command of their bodies, to go on a globe-trotting, well, Odyssey, on a quest to rescue Princess Peach, and collect as many as 880 unique power moons. That's a lot!
The Mario series is no stranger to bizarre and unusual power-ups, but Cappy takes it too far. Nintendo might try to gloss over it by carefully using the word capture, but let's call it what it is. He's possessing them. He's unapologetically hijacking their bodies without their consent, subjecting them to life-threatening hazards, and discarding them like used toilet tissue. That's dark even for me. Oh, and don't lock moves behind a motion-controlled gesture when you know people are gonna be playing this thing handheld. That's just rude.
Do you like costumes? There are over 40 outfits to purchase or find. Mario can play dress up like never before.
Literally the worst sub-bosses of any Mario game ever. 4 defunct hat-wearing hares? What, were the Koopalings busy or something? We got some more than enough awesome enemies out there in the Mushroom Kingdom where we don't need to be reinventing things with these ridiculous rabbit rejects. How about instead of this horde of horrible hoppers, we get to have a go against, oh, I don't know, Wario? Or how about Waluigi? Nope, that would be too awesome and makes way too much sense.
Mario Odyssey took what we know and love about the 3D Mario games and turned up the dial even more. New Donk City feels like a pinnacle of gaming. Seeing Pauline reimagined as the musically inclined mayor ties the whole experience together.
You know what would really tie the whole experience together? Some actual Kongs. The city is named after Donkey Kong. Mario and Pauline first appeared in Donkey Kong. The streets are all named after Donkey Kong characters. But instead of a super awesome urban jungle populated by DK and friends, we get these absurdly realistically proportioned humanoid moving mannequins that only serve to draw attention to how off-putting Mario's proportions are by comparison. You really missed a golden opportunity there, Nintendo.
This has been another edition of Joys and Cons with me, Hero TJ, and Dark TJ. This episode's Spirit of the Week comes from friend of the channel and longtime supporter Cody Stork. We're looking at number 762, Revolver Ocelot, from the Metal Gear Solid series. Now, I'm gonna admit, I have never in my life played a Metal Gear game, so I had to look this one up. Revolver Ocelot first appeared in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. And in my intrepid internet sleuthing, I tracked down a website called metalgear.fandom.com, which provided this description. Revolver Ocelot is a Russian-American operative of Foxhound and an agent of the Patriots, a master of interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. He was often referred to as a ricochet genius in regards to his gunfighting skills. A fanatic, he was known for his affinity towards spaghetti westerns, as evidenced by his choice of weapon and his clothing. Duster and spurs, the traditional garb of cowboys. His weapon of choice was the Colt single-action army revolver, which he regarded as, quote, the greatest handgun ever made, end quote. Revolver Ocelot can be enhanced at level 99 into, wait for it, Revolver Ocelot, Metal Gear Solid 5 version. When you equip this spirit, it ups your fighter's shooting attack. Thanks to Cody for the suggestion. If there's a particular spirit you'd like to see featured as the Spirit of the Week, leave your suggestion in the comment section below, and if yours is selected, you'll be recognized in the episode with an on-screen credit, just like our friend Cody Stork here. Now it's your turn to sound off. Let's bring this back around to GameStop. GameStop's had a declining business model for quite some time now. Without some form of viability in today's market, it's hard to imagine how GameStop can stay afloat. So my question for you is, what do you hope to see from GameStop in the future? How could they turn the ship around? The writing's been on the wall for a while. Is there any chance they could come out of this whole thing on top? I'm excited to read your thoughts. And that wraps up another episode of Mii Weekly. I'm honored and humbled that you deemed this a worthy dedication of your time. Let's do this again in, say, a week? I'm down if you are. We'll see you then. Thanks for playing.